Hail to Alma Mater, we will sing thy praise forever. All thy sons and daughters pledge thee victory and honor. Alma Mater, praise be thine. May thy name forever shine. Hail to purple, hail to white, hail to the northwestern.
Graduating cohorts 118 and 119. Faculty, staff, senior leadership, welcome to the 2020 Executive MBA celebration. My name is Greg Hanifee, and I'm the Associate Dean of Degree Programs and Operations at Kellogg. But prior to getting this role earlier this year, I had the privilege of serving as the Associate Dean for the Kellogg Executive MBA Global Network. So I am privileged to be emceeing today's event. I'd also like to welcome family, friends, and significant others from across the globe who are joining us here today. Without you supporting all of these students, we know that for them, today would not be possible. So thank you and welcome. Before we move forward, however, I also want to recognize the incredible Executive MBA team who have supported these students pre-pandemic and post-pandemic. We know that in normal times, they are the core that what makes this program special. And I know the students would also say, post-pandemic, during the pandemic, they've also been amazing partners to make this program what it is today. So a special shout out and thanks to them. Today, it seems very strange to be here without you. Because at a normal convocation, I'd be surrounded by all of you, your energy, your passion, your humor, the smiles, the tears. So it is very strange to be here today, and I want to acknowledge that. But it's also a really proud moment for all of us and a day to celebrate. Cohorts 119 and 118, you brought your individual authentic selves to our program. The diverse nature of your backgrounds, your experiences, what you stood for, what you believe in, or what makes this program so special. You brought your authentic selves to our program, and that is what also makes our program special and better. It was a challenging time for all of you. We know that. We believe it. We saw it. But through it all, you spoke your voices. We listened, your classmates listened, and it made us all better. That's also what we're celebrating here today. In tough times, you stood up, you made your voices heard, and that's what makes a great Kellogg leader. You did that both in the classroom and outside the classroom. You did it to support others in the community. You did it to support each other, whether through a job loss or a loss of a loved one. For all of that, we know that there's another word that you use when you think about the Kellogg Executive MBA program, and that's family. It's a word that we don't throw around too easily, family. But through it all, these past 2 years of late night studying, off hours during the week when you're not on campus working together, you created a bond that is truly special, and we know it's special because we saw it in both of you, 119 and 118, in your cohorts. This idea of family. It makes our community stronger to know that you will stand up for each other no matter what happens. To see that at the end, we know there's success in what we tried to deliver, and there's also a bright future in each one of you if you continue to think that way. Da Vinci said, "I have been impressed with the urgency of doing. Knowing is not enough. Being willing is not enough. We must do." So cohorts 118 and 119, today marks an incredible milestone in your journey, but only one point in your journey. We know that great things lie ahead for you if you put your mind, your soul, this amazing Kellogg network to work for you. So now let's celebrate you. Let's do it together. Congratulations.
It's impossible for me to choose just one moment that was the greatest during my time at Kellogg.
So many epic moments, from the Nobila Wheel to the gala to the Halloween party. We've had a blast.
For me, some of the best moments have been in the classroom.
Being able to finish Fin 3.
Global Week, definitely Global Week.
Getting to know my Tel Aviv cohort classmates.
I had an incredible time, met some amazing leaders across the globe.
You get to meet people around the globe at different campuses.
The electives in Tel Aviv and Hong Kong.
Which was just a great opportunity to travel to a place I've never been before with a great group of people.
For me, Kellogg, it's all about the people.
The most talented, extraordinary individuals that I've ever had the pleasure of working with.
My greatest moments from Kellogg to date have been the connections.
I met so many inspiring leaders from all over the world with so different perspectives and cultural backgrounds.
My greatest Kellogg moment was day one. As a room full of strangers introduced themselves, I quickly realized that I was surrounded by amazing, talented, and genuinely good human beings.
I knew I could be vulnerable enough to share everything with the members of my cohort.
When I got to know them and started working with them, being thrown into this challenge, I not only realized that I had made the right decision by going back to school, but that these people would be my family forever.
Looking back, the best moment of my Kellogg journey has been meeting the great leaders of my cohort 119.
The folks that I now consider family, then they are the highlight of the experience.
Thank you to all my fellow 118 graduates, my family. I love you.
I want to congratulate cohorts 118 and 119 on achieving this huge milestone. I couldn't be more proud of us.
At any moment, if there's ever anything I can do to serve you, to help you, to be a contact or connection for you, please do not hesitate to reach out.
I can't believe these 2 years are over, but I couldn't have picked a greater group of people to spend it with. Here's to all the memories, past, present, and future. Cheers.
To my fellow members of Cohort 118 and our friends in Cohort 119, I am so honored to be selected to represent 118 at our graduation events. Although we cannot be together today, I look forward to the day when we can celebrate as one. But until then, I urge you all to remember this community and family that we have created. We may not be together today, but we are not alone. The experiences we have shared, the friends we have made, and the lessons we have learned will endure. Until then, congratulations, my friends. I can't wait to see you again.
Hey, 119. I literally just want to take a few seconds to congratulate us all on an amazingly strong finish of the program. My sincerest hope for this group is that we would move forward with our newfound superpowers and create impactful and lasting change as we grow and shift and move towards whatever's next. Don't be afraid to be uncomfortable, to seek disruption of yourself, and to challenge your views and your personal comfort zones. Our accomplishment is living proof that such action can lead to the most transformative change and growth in our lives. Thanks.
It's rewarding to know that after 2 years of hard work and dedication, you're about to become Kellogg alumni. Here to inspire you on the next steps in your journey are two amazing speakers. First, Jerilan Greene, Chief Communications Officer of Yum Brands and Chairman and CEO of Yum Foundation, followed by our very own Dean Francesco Cornelli.
Thank you, Dean Cornelli, for inviting me to join your celebration.
It's an honor to be here with all of you today, especially during such an uncommon year. If you think back 2 years ago, it's been quite a journey, and now you're graduating from one of the best business schools in the world. You worked with people and on problems you've never met before. You were vulnerable in ways that made you feel shaky, but now you're stronger for it. You learned from the brightest minds in business. You traveled together and raised money for those who needed it. You became a family. Together, you've weathered a pandemic that has upended everything as you know it, and maybe even the reason you came to Kellogg. There are lots of ways to think about the uncertain situation we find ourselves in, but I would encourage you to look at it this way. You are walking into a world of opportunity that calls for you to be the change you want to see in the world and to keep growing outside your comfort zone. There's a reason why your final year of Kellogg happened during this pandemic, but only you will determine that reason and how it will make you a better leader. Now, when I was invited to speak here today, one of the things I was hoping to find out from Dean Corneli was the algorithm that created my Kellogg study group. To this day, I'm convinced they put all the misfits together in study group D. Sound familiar? We had a mathematician who was almost always right about everything, a technology executive who believed anything was possible, a chemist, an accountant who was also a general manager of an auto glass company and a Dairy Queen franchisee, a data scientist, and then me. Our opening class was operating strategies for the general manager, and we were eager to get started. Everyone in my group jumped straight into the financial statements in the last 5 pages of the 30-page case. Ratios were being calculated, spreadsheets were being created, and up to that point in my career, I had operated as a change leadership consultant. So I was very adept at delving into cultural, corporate marketing, or merger integration challenges. But financials, well, they were important, but they weren't the first place I started to analyze issues. So I threw out a suggestion. Can we take a step back? There's so much going on in this case. We rushed over the first 25 pages, and it's not clear we all have the same takeaways. Well, the group pivoted somewhat to consider the full context of the case, but it wasn't easy, and I still felt like our first analysis was rather incomplete. But this first class has stayed with me because it became a metaphor for how to do business in the emerging landscape. For a long time, businesses have become accustomed to focusing solely on financial performance and shareholder value, the last 5 pages of the case. However, the first 25 are critical for any business operating today. We have to consider the negative externalities of growth, the society and the many cultures a brand is operating in, the impact on the environment, the changing trends among stakeholders and what they're saying about your brands in your industry. Yes, the first 25 pages do have to be read and considered. Did you know that 64% of consumers believe brands can be a powerful force for change and expect them to solve societal problems? This powerful group of belief-driven buyers acts on what they believe. They will choose, switch, avoid, or boycott your brand based on the stance you take on societal and environmental issues. So what's your role? How can you be a force for good with your special talents or insight? COVID-19 has forced key issues onto the global stage, and we shouldn't look away. People who make the least money have been impacted the most. We now are all aware of the importance of frontline workers to keep the economy moving. The list goes on. Economic and racial inequality, climate change. Brands are expected to help address these intractable issues, which is a sea change from the Milton Friedman mindset. When we think about the brands that aren't here anymore, and I know you've studied this at Kellogg, it's because they put their heads in the sand and ignore changing consumer or technology trends. This same kind of obsolescence can happen when brands ignore social or environmental trends. That's why nearly 200 global and US CEOs in the Business Roundtable last year signed a public commitment to lead their companies for the benefit of all stakeholders, not just shareholders. It's also why in the early days of COVID-19, sustainable investment funds reached $1 trillion high. As you know, Yum Brands, where I work, is the parent company of KFC, Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, and the Habit Burger Grill. This year, we made a strategic pivot. We integrated our recipe for growth, the 4 drivers of our corporate strategy, with our recipe for good, our roadmap for socially responsible stewardship of people, food, and planet. We decided to invest $100 million over 5 years globally to tackle inequality for our frontline restaurant teams and find novel and sustainable ways to give them a leg up to build the life and skills and earning potential they aspire to have. These are not easy commitments to advance in a globally diversified business or boardroom, especially when there's a high level of uncertainty and complexity. It takes courageous leadership. Perhaps that's why the last half of your Kellogg education happened in a pandemic. We need leaders like you who can help their organizations navigate difficult issues and consider all the pages in the business case. We're in a moment where the only way out is smart action that will drive meaningful systemic change for the next generation. So what does leading in this new paradigm look like? Well, it doesn't mean having all the answers. In fact, it takes curiosity and wisdom to say you don't have the answers and commit to an ongoing process of listening and learning. The more you journey throughout your career, the more you realize you need diverse perspectives to solve complex challenges like the ones we're facing today. When news of COVID-19 started to appear in January, I knew we didn't have all the answers at Yum. So we listened to leaders around the world, our markets, epidemiologists, food safety experts, and our personal networks. We tried to get the whole context, all 30 pages, so that we could deliver a clear action plan and a mission for our brands to operate in this pandemic. When our country came to grips with violence against African Americans, we did the same thing. Instead of rushing to put out a statement, we listened to our employees and communities. And out of that, we gained more clarity on how to move forward and treat equity and inclusion with exactly the same rigor as we would any business challenge. My fellow Wildcats, you may feel like you have no answers to the uncertainties and challenges that lie before you, but I assure you, there's still a world of opportunity out there. Own your special talents to be a force for good. Surround yourself with diverse people and perspectives. Listen and learn without ceasing, and soon the answers will emerge for you and your organizations. Congratulations, cohorts 118 and 119. Thank you for having me here today, and may you be blessed with insight and courage to live and lead with purpose. And now it's my distinct honor to introduce Dean Francesca Cornelli.
Hello, Kellogg MBA graduates. I am delighted to come together with you for this special virtual gathering of the community to celebrate the graduating cohorts 118 and 119. Special thanks to our Convocation speaker, Jerilan Greene, for offering such great words, and to Michael for singing so amazing the anthem. And thanks also to our colleagues, Greg, Colette, Steve, and the entire MBA team for contributing to this celebration, and to the community of scholar, educator, professional, and partner who have been such an important part of your graduates' journey. Today, we recognize and honor 140 executive MBA graduates from the Evanston and Miami campuses. In the middle of your busy career and lives, you made the important choice to invest in education. You sacrificed so much to return to school and return your MBA. You had humility and eagerness to learn from our faculty, from your peers. And you've done the hard work of juggling demands at home, in the office, in the classroom, and on top of that, the pandemic arrived. So congratulations, this was such an amazing accomplishment. Cohort 118 and 119, you will always have a special place in my heart. You were the first students, and I don't mean the first executive MBA student, I mean the first students of Kellogg I met as the new dean of Kellogg. I joined your Global Network Weeks in Evanston, and I remember the energy, the camaraderie, and your warm welcome. It was such a wonderful way to start my time as a dean. That meant so much to me. So I am so honored to join you today. I cannot believe the time has flown, and you are your graduation, but I'm so happy to join you and to celebrate your achievement and the milestone. Graduates, you have embraced your journey, and together you have emerged as distinctive Kellogg leaders. At this moment, when you are at the conclusion of your program, you may be asking yourself, what does the world need from me now? What unique gifts and talent can I bring to bear in this unprecedented period? How have I grown and evolved during my program to be a wiser, more effective leader for my team, organization, and community? As many of you already heard me say many times, there are two qualities that distinguish Kellogg and make it rise above every other school. First, Kellogg is a place of great creativity, an environment that spurs innovation and agility. I remember telling you that at the very beginning, that Global Network Week. And the second, Kellogg has a deeply collaborative culture that fosters empathy. A collaborative culture creates empathy, and empathy is the ability to break out of your own perspective and experiences, to see what others see, and understand your organization, how it's seen from outside, your team, yourself, to understand how people see you, what you're doing, what you're saying. And my friends, I really hope you have mastered this ability. This is no small thing. Empathy, innovation, agilities, these are the qualities that the world needs. And these are the qualities that prepare you for a world that could continue to change. My wish for you is to embrace change and any challenge that will come through in your lives and in careers. And that's why I'm so proud, so tremendously proud, to have 140 new Kellogg Executive MBA graduates in the world, to lead, to guide, to serve, and to have a tremendous impact on the world outside. As you move through the world, remember one thing: this is no time for incremental change. This is a time for ambitious goals. Kellogg is a place for great ambition that will help create people with great ambition. We look around us, and what we realize is that one step at a time has not brought us far enough. We need to think outside of the box. We need to redesign our future. When the status quo is not good enough, we need not accept it. This is the boldness that we need from you Kellogg alumni, combined with the humility of empathy. The world needs this. And I am so proud you're going to go out and offer this quality to the world. You have finished your time at Kellogg during turbulent days. And I'm sure this last month have put enormous pressure on you. They have changed you. But I think they change you for the better. You can see further. And there's no doubt that you are more resilient. I believe that when you reflect on your time at Kellogg, you will recognize that the last several months of your journey have been an incredible learning experience, not just in terms of business knowledge, but in terms of self-knowledge and the realization of the power of your own creativity, spirit, and principle. Sheltering in your place is to stay safe. You discover that technology allowed you to remain connected, no matter the distance. And it stretched you to do things you would not have done. I'm sure you learned a thing or two about Zoom. But this was no marginal change. You had to innovate. You had to reinvent how to do things. And these were things that have remained the same for years and years. I've been so impressed and energized by how you stay connected in this world. And I loved all the various things you did, how you developed chat groups to stay in touch and stay connected and support each other through adversity. how you found ways to celebrate, share love of sport, music, and games, even though you were apart. How you joined professors for virtual lunches to discuss everything from economics to racial injustice. Even through a screen, you were fully present, fully engaged, and completely there for one another, especially when you were in character doing your capstone course. Did you ever imagine you would have been able to adapt so quickly to profound disruption? I bet you didn't. And yet, you didn't just adapt, you thrived and were incredibly inventive. So remember that. When in the future you will face some obstacles that will look insurmountable, remember these past months. Never let anybody tell you that you cannot change things. If there's one thing you have to take away from this, is that the power of a creative mind is unstoppable. And all the while, you were completing this instances too, that you also had to lead your organization and teams during these challenging times. I'm sure the people around you were scared and were confused and uncertain, and they looked at you for certainty. And also, you worried about your loved ones, parents, grandparents, friends. You had to deal with stress, anxiety, sadness, sleepless nights. But that built your muscles, your resilience muscles. And I'm sure later in your life, you will look back at this time as such an important time in forming you, and the bonds among you as such an important bond. Through the recent events of racial violence, you listened, self-reflected, and shared your anger and sadness with your family, friends, classmates. You convened conversation on racial injustice, reparations, and equity for all. During this time, you went beyond your personal circle and extended yourself to each other, to your Kellogg community. I felt so many of you reached out to me with comments, with exhortations to raise the bar for Kellogg. With these lifelong bonds, born out of empathy, you will have even greater impact. Think of what you, a special group of graduates, collectively will do to shape times. That is why I'm so happy for you to go out and have an impact on the world. Now is the time to use your creativity and your empathy to dream and act bigger, to set ambitious goals. I believe you chose Kellogg because you sought something more, something deeper, something more meaningful. I believe you came to Kellogg not because of what you wanted to do, but who you wanted to be. And now Kellogg is part of who you are. We can never be separated from you. And you know, what I believe is that when you walk into any room, you'll always be able to recognize a Kellogg alum. Why? Because they stand apart. They stand above. They will draw people in through empathy and magnetism. You will always be able to spot another Kellogg alum throughout the room. They will have the original thinking. They will think outside of the box, but they will also recognize other people who are making a meaningful contribution of the discussion and will empower them. Because the Kellogg alum lead through empathy. And I always think of the larger context and how we succeed together. So my hope is that 5 years from now, you will look back at your path from today onwards and see how Kellogg has created so many opportunities for you and how it made you stronger, made you bond with each other, how you will have applied the lessons learned to your life, to your career in a remarkable way. Our school is richer because you passed through it. Faculty and staff have loved collaborating with you. And we are energized by your enthusiasm and commitment to the Kellogg community. I have loved hearing from you. All of us know how lucky we are to be a part of this community, this network, this family. Nobody can testify to that more than me. I moved to Evanston just a bit longer than a year ago, but I feel changed. I understood Kellogg was special, and I thought I will come here and I will move it even further. But now I feel Kellogg moved me forward. I'm so thankful for that, and that's why it's a special place. We all can contribute to the community Kellogg, but the real strength is the community, and that moves us. That gets us better. So as you go out and change the world, let us celebrate together the incredible journey we took. Years from now, we will look back and remember all that happened while we were together. Yes, we were separated physically, but so powerfully connected. We will recognize that such time had such an impact on us and will make us strong and not happy with incremental change. So you may be thinking you're leaving us today. You are not. You are not leaving this community. You are part of this community, and you will be for the rest of your life. Your strong ties to your cohort do not dissolve when we conclude this celebration. The Kellogg alumni community awaits. Together, we will keep pushing ahead, because the Kellogg community is all of us. So what I ask of you as a member of this community is always bring out the best in the people around you. Be a force for equity and justice. Catalyze diversity. Demonstrate empathy and connect to stakeholders inside and outside of the organization. Always think of the bigger picture. Stay connected with each other and with Kellogg. Don't forget us. We won't forget you. And then celebrate each other's personal and professional paths and cheer one and one on. On behalf of the Kellogg School of Management and Northwestern University, congratulations on your remarkable achievement. We are so proud of you and what you have accomplished and eager to see how you change the world. I look forward, everybody here at Kellogg looks forward to seeing you again. But I have not finished. This celebration would not be complete if we weren't to thank someone else. We all know you didn't get to this milestone alone. Along your journey, you have had fellow travelers. You have been supported by your lifelines, your spouses, partners, children, parents, friends, and mentors. Enjoy this special message from your biggest fans.
We are so proud of you. From your friends and your family, congratulations to you and the class of 2020. Yay!
Congratulations, Umasi. Congratulations, Dad. Great job. We're so proud of you. You're the best. Hockey.
We just want to say congratulations. We are so proud of you.
Hi, everyone. Congratulations.
We're so proud of you.
Congratulations.
Your mother
And father,
are extremely proud of you,
not only for the accomplishment of getting your Kellogg Executive MBA,
but also for everything you have done up to today.
We love you so much, and I'm so proud of everything you've accomplished.
So proud of you, Dad. One step closer to being the professor.
Hey, Dad, thank you for teaching me to work hard and try new things.
I'm proud of you for working all hours a day to get the job done.
Du hast ein großes Ziel erreicht und dazu sagen wir herzlichen Glückwunsch.
Je suis tellement fière de toi. Je suis tellement heureuse d'être dans ta vie.
Congratulations. We're so proud of you. We are jumping for joy. We love you.
Yay! We got you a puppy.
Oh!
Wow.
This is your graduation gift.
You've worked so hard while so busy with life and work, and continued pushing through this crazy year and its many challenges.
While you have persevered and succeeded in accomplishing your goal these last 2 years.
For all your late nights and weekend studies, lack of sleep, well, your reward is here today.
I know how much you slog to balance between your studies, job, and family. Now you have achieved it. Well done.
Thank you for being our best example in how to fight for our dreams and goals and never give up.
I know your hard work will continue to pay off for you.
You're such an example on balancing life, work, and study, and I'm so happy and proud of you.
So proud of you. So proud of the sacrifices you've made over these last couple years. It's not been easy.
So let me just say that I am beyond proud and so excited for what's next to come for you. You are a powerful, dynamic, focused woman. You see something you want, you go after it, you set a goal, you meet it, you exceed it, and you're like, what's next?
Congratulations, Daddy. I love you, Daddy.
I can't wait to see how you change the world now for the better.
We're so excited that you're done. We can come home and we can enjoy the MBA together.
Espero hayas sentido el apoyo de tu familia. Te queremos mucho. El mejor de los éxitos.
We are very proud of you on this great achievement in your life and wish you the best on what's to come.
I love you. Good job.
We love you. We're so proud of you.
Congratulations.
Love you.
Hello, Cohort 118. On behalf of the entire MBA team, I offer our heartiest congratulations to you and tell you what a privilege it has been for us to get to know you and work with you over the past 2 years. I remember coming together at the Allen Center so long ago. I remember that sense of excitement, nervousness, and a palpable sense of possibility in the air. And now, that sense of possibility has come to fruition. You represent the best of Kellogg, and we can't wait to see where this journey takes you. Graduating from Kellogg is an honor. It's also a responsibility to use this learning and to use this experience and all you've learned from Kellogg and from each other and make the world a better place. So today, we celebrate you, we honor you, and we can't wait to see where this program takes you.
On behalf of the MBA team in Miami, I want to send our heartfelt congratulations to all the graduates of MBA Cohort 119. You are all truly the embodiment of our guiding principles, and we are so proud of all you have accomplished in the past 2 years. As you embark on the next phase of your MBA journey, we wish you the best of luck, and we cannot wait to see you again.
Congratulations to you, the students of MBA 118 and 19, on this wonderful accomplishment. And as you stand on the summit of your achievement today, I hope you take a moment to pause and reflect upon the journey of the past 2 years. I know that this won't have come easy. I know that you will have had to struggle, and indeed there may have been times when you've doubted yourself, but yet here you stand, a recipient of an MBA from Kellogg. So well done you, congratulations, and although your journey as a student is concluding today, your journey as an alum is just beginning. Congratulations.
If I could leave you with just a couple of things to think about, they would be the following, and I say these things because I hear them all the time from my students 5 or 10 years after graduation. And that is, try to remember just a few things about my class. 1, always remember that contrast between Paul Revere and William Dawes, 2 individuals both carrying the same piece of sensational news. One goes on to be a legendary figure, the other forgotten by history. What made the difference? Their networks. Also know that all of you have incredible, innovative, and creative potential, and you want to bring those ideas to others. But to do so, you have to have other people see the merits in your good ideas, especially because the better the idea, probably the more disruptive it may appear at first. How do you get other people to see the merits of your good ideas? Always remember Henry Fonda and 12 Angry Men. The last thing I'd like to say is, do always keep in mind that the big risky decisions have a lot of traps in them. How do you prepare yourself for a really big risky decision? Go back and review the case Speed Ventures. In 2 pages, that case has packed in all the important things that can help your risky decisions become right decisions.
Congratulations 118 on this wonderful accomplishment. And thank you so much for choosing to share it with me today. You know, each time you brought so much energy and passion to class that I could not wait to see what surprises were in store and what we would learn together. My hope is that your lives are so full of joy and opportunity that each morning you wake up feeling like a kid in a candy store. But because we did Marketing 430 together, you know how to make good trade-offs and you won't get a tummy ache. I know we will meet again. Stay in touch.
I do not know many of you. I guess you were very smart not to enroll in my electives. I truly know a handful of you. And for those of you that took my classes, I hope you remember the experiences, painful or not, but the experiences at the end, the memories, the fun that we always had while learning, and the most important thing, which I believe in, is like this idea about hard work and commitment. You always give yourself on what you do, and in that sense, I am the one that should thank you very, very much for putting so much effort, yes, for putting so much energy in both classes, and for this I thank you basically with the bottom of my heart. And finally, I want to thank some of the members of your cohort that took my class: Ray, Meredith, Evan, James, Fernando, Derek, both Gabriels, Haddad and Peñalosa, Doug, Lucas, Cynthia Nicole, Sharma, Brandon, and the 4 brave ones that went to Miami and went to Ballender. Always remember, what happened in Ballender stays in Ballender. Alberto, Hector, Corey, and Piero. So I thank you very much. It has been a pleasure to teach you, and hope we can stay in touch. Take care. Bye.
Dear graduates, well, first of all, let me congratulate you with completing the MBA program. We all know it has been a long, long journey. And graduation is an important milestone, but this is not the end of the journey. Now think of life as an ongoing learning experience. And as you go forward trying to achieve success, never stop learning. Now speaking of success, there's a great quote from Albert Einstein. Try not to become a person of success, but rather try to become a person of value. Now creating value, not just as a business goal, but also as a personal guideline, as a moral compass, is essential, especially today. So my wish to you, as you go forward, never lose sight of what's really important in life. Now, having you in my class was a privilege. Well, sometimes a challenge, but always an immensely gratifying experience. So thank you for that and for the recognition. It really means a lot. But today is your day. Congratulations to all of you.
MBA 118 and 190. I raise my glass to you. You have made the unplanned meaningful. You have navigated the ambiguity of this incredible year and accomplished so much. You have gone above and beyond, and you have made this Kellogg that we love so much proud. We are so happy you are part of the amazing Kellogg community. As we say in Italy, arrivederci.
Graduates of cohorts 118 and 119, it's been an honor to be with you these past 2 years in your journey. I look forward to seeing and hearing about all of your successes in the future. Make sure you stay connected to Kellogg, and we'll be here for you. And families and friends out there, thank you again for all of your support. Please join us as we recognize individually the names of our graduates. Congratulations.